Hello everyone. In this video I want to compare a MATLAB built-in function with its equivalent code which I have written myself. So I'm showing you whether the speed of running MATLAB built-in functions is faster than our custom code and why. We can use any MATLAB built-in function for comparing. Here I'm using isMember MATLAB built-in function. The isMember MATLAB built-in function is used to determine which elements of one array are also present in another array, and to return logical indices indicating the presence of those elements. The dataset I'm using are two 3D point clouds. These two 3D point clouds have got 48,174 and 1,959 points respectively. I'm using this folder as my directory and I have saved the dataset in this directory. So let's start with MATLAB built-in function. At first I'm using clc clear commands to clear the command window and remove all variables from the workspace. Then I'm using toolkit command. Tick marks the starting point for the timer, and tag, when executed, gives the elapsed time since the last tick command. Now I am reading the dataset using the import data command. So import data, our dataset is 1.xyz, and I'm storing this dataset in one variable. And like this, I am reading the dataset number 2. Now I wanted to use isMember function for counting number of common rows between two matrices. So this part is counting number of common rows between two matrices. Now I'm using isMember function. Our dataset is 1 and 2, and I'm using rows mode, and I'm storing this dataset in variable idx. Since idx is a variable that stores the indices of the elements in the array 2 that match the rows of the array 1, so here all idx is the sum of idx values that are greater than 0. So here number of common rows, between two matrices, is a number to a string all indices. Now I'm running this, and the elapsed time is about 2.27 seconds. I'm copy the output and paste here and make it command. So it's time to write our custom code. I'm copy this code and paste here. but I'm changing this part of the code. I'm writing our custom code without using any built-in function, and I'm just using for loop and conditional statements and some simple trick to increase the speed of our running code. Now it's time to run our custom code. And this time the elapsed time is about 3.37 seconds. Now I'm copy this part and paste here. According to the speed of running code, the MATLAB built-in function is faster than our custom code. It's because MATLAB built-in functions are often optimized for performance and efficiency. They are implemented using compiled code, which is typically highly optimized and takes advantage of low-level optimizations and parallelization. Additionally, built-in functions in MATLAB are extensively tested and optimized by the MATLAB development team to ensure they perform well across a wide range of use cases and input sizes. They often utilize advanced algorithms and data structures that may not be straightforward to implement efficiently from scratch. On the other hand, when we write custom code, especially without using built-in functions, we may not always achieve the same level of optimization. Our code may involve more overhead, such as looping and unnecessary operations, which can impact performance. In this case, the built-in functions for set operations or hashing are likely optimized for handling large datasets efficiently, which results in faster execution compared to custom implementations. Thank you a lot for watching. So long.